It's Friday, November 5th, 2021, and the morning edition is alive. On today's show, officials addressing virtual learning concerns. It's that time of the year again for gun holders to renew their licenses. We talk with an expert live. And it's Guy Fawkes Day, so let's start the morning off right. Friday is here. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Desmond, and like my nephew say, it's Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
But we have an exciting show this morning. We have
I'm
Songbird, Aaliyah Coley. She's in the house.
She's going to be debuting her new single.
Called Favor.
So I'm excited about that, called Favor. Yeah, and word on the street is that you're going to get your jab today, your final
jab.
jab.
I'm getting my second shot this morning, and the doctor's orders. Yeah, I'm going to go and get my shot at noon. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You afraid? Any anxieties?
I mean, the first shot, I had a few migraines, and I think I wanted to take this arm off, but yeah.
Wow. Now, I'm afraid of needles, but I wasn't too... I got over it for the first half, and now I'm fully vaccinated. So that's a good thing.
Wow, so how was that?
It's okay. It's all right.
So do you think you're macho man now? You go out with your mask off?
Yeah, my mom had to kind of smooth me on to getting a second job, but anyway, I'm pretty good. We've got sent a big shout out to Salad Masters. I don't know if you had your salad yet, but...
Not yet, but we're supposed to be getting that today. We're going to do that?
Salad Masters hooking us up. Big shout out to Salad Masters. And what we're going to do now is send it on the streets, Corporal Patrick Kemp and the morning traffic crew. Good morning.
Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, LaDawn. It is certainly a good day to be in the land of the living, and we should be grateful. I'm presently in the area of East Street and Soldier Road, in the area of Rubus gas station, and as you can see by now, traffic has already built up. I just want to point out something, LaDawn and Desmond. To the rear of me, you should be able to see some arrows that are pointing in the northern direction. We have a concern here. Persons who are traveling in the southern direction on East Street, they tend to cut over into the northbound lane from the southbound lane to cut over into this gas station. That is a no-no. That is wrong. It is an offense that we call driving in the wrong direction on a one-way street. It can be classified as dangerous and reckless driving, and I'm going to send a caution note to those drivers to please cease and desist immediately. That is a troublesome thing to do, and you risk putting yourselves in grave danger and head-on collision. Also, I want to say, Desmond and LaDawn, one of the best things that you probably can purchase for your loved ones or friends in this season would probably be something to assist with the uses of cell phones. We still have too many persons who are driving while using a cellular device, and that there carries a hefty fine. A headphone set, some earbuds, car jack, and this right here definitely goes a long way. A cell phone holder that you can use in your vehicle that assists you with using your cellular device. This here can prevent you from getting in an accident and also save lives. Also, it makes it easier for you to utilize your phone while driving. Back to you in studios, LaDawn and Desmond.
LaDawn, Corporal Patrick Kemp, fast becoming an international superstar on the airwaves. Staying on the outside, a cold front north of the area will continue to trigger active weather as it progressively moves closer to the Bahamas. Boaters and residents should be vigilant for possible waterspout or tornadic activity in the northwest and central Bahamas. Cloudy to occasionally overcast, a bit breezy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms through tonight. Showers may become heavy and thunderstorms strong to severe at times. Expect gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Winds east-southeast 10 to 15 knots. Falling light and variable at times. Seas 2 to 4 feet over the ocean in the southeast. Variably cloudy, breezy, isolated showers and thunderstorms through tonight. Winds are east to southeast 50 knots with higher gusts. Seas 3 to 5 feet, but higher in gusts over the ocean. Today's high 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius, and the overnight low temperature 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. Taking a look now at your extended forecast. Sunday, A shower and thunderstorm, 84 degrees Sunday, partly sunny, wind subsiding with 81 degrees Monday, breezy shower in the AM, and the rest of the week, there's your forecast, extended forecast for the rest of the week.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Chester Cooper, wrapped up debate on the speech from the throne in the House of Assembly last evening. He noted that the government is committed to transparency and accountability in the interest of all Bahamians.
Even when they are unpopular, we will not run from the media and act as if we answer to no one. Each of us in here, we recognize that we're only here because of the good faith of our constituents. We must every day keep that foremost in our minds.
The government looking to expand surveillance technology like CCTV to assist the police in their crime fight. National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, indicated during the press briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister yesterday that $70,000 hubcap COVID-19 surveillance cameras have been used virtually.
It speaks about upgrades in CCTV coverage at Government House, and having been at Government House on National Heroes Day holiday, a lot of that is being built into the current renovation. It also spoke to increasing the barriers at Government House.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis returns home today after attending the COP26 conference in Glasgow, Scotland. Director of Communications Latrey Ramming gave this update on talks with the United States and future talks on climate change.
The Prime Minister had some informal conversations with the President of the United States. It is on my understanding that the Prime Minister was invited to a meeting with the Secretary of State. He had a conflict in the schedule, but the Prime Minister is invited to participate in a series called Democracy Summit in December, where these conversations will continue. I think he did express that the Bahamas remain a partner in this global effort to combat climate change.
A lull in COVID deaths has ended with the latest dashboard showing 14 such tragedies between the one-week period of October 9th to the 17th, the majority of the dead from New Providence, an 80-year-old woman from Cat Island, a 48-year-old woman from Managua, and two women ages 36 and 66 years old from the Berry Islands. The countrywide death toll now stands at 657. An additional 67 deaths are still under investigation. Meantime, new infections at 17 for November 3rd, 15 of those cases are here in New Providence and 2 on Grand Bahama for an overall case count of 22,485. Hospitalizations, however, still on a decline, with 8 of the 69 admitted on the intensive care unit. Some 157 people recovered on Wednesday and 260 RT-PCR tests completed. The Royal British Legion celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. According to Chairman of the Bahamas branch, Adina Monroe Shallow, there remains 5 veterans in the Bahamas, along with 18 widows, who collectively continue to honor the bravery of the men and women who fought for freedom during World War II.
This year also marks the 100th birthday of the poppy. It was 100 years ago that the Royal British Legion's then president, the late Earl Hagg, announced the introduction of the poppy as a symbol representing the blood shed by thousands of soldiers, including our Bahamian soldiers, who died during the Great War of 1914 through 1918.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
Andros is the #1 bone fishing destination on our planet. Sports fishermen visit our flats every year to participate in one of the most fulfilling outdoor activities known to man, fly fishing. And guess what? It's 100% sustainable. Without areas like the west side of Andros, sustaining this industry would be absolutely impossible. So let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Welcome back to the morning edition. Well, it's that time of year again when persons own a legal firearm need to get their licenses renewed. This morning we are joined by Police Press Liaison Officer Audley Peters. Good morning, Mr. Peters. And first off, I want to start. Give us the time frame for renewing gun licenses.
Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, Ladon, and good morning, Bahamas. Once again, yes, it is that time of period when firearm holders are required to license their firearms. And that period began on the 1st of November and will be completed on the 15th of January. And on the 15th of January, there will be a $50 fine assessed to anyone who has not licensed their firearm within that period. At the moment, firearms are in two categories, rifles and shotguns. Shotguns are a cost of $150 and rifles are a cost of $300. We also want to encourage individuals who've had families who are possessors of firearms and have passed away to take those firearms to the Internal Security Division's armory. And if individuals want to possess those firearms, to make the relevant application to the Firearms Authority to possess those firearms.
Now, Mr. Peters, we know that the weapon of choice for persons committing crimes of firearms. Can gun licensing help to prevent violent crimes?
Certainly it does, in the sense that a holder of a firearm are especially given for shotguns and rifles. However, there are several persons who, on the advice of the Commissioner of Police, may hold a handgun license, rather, but that's in special circumstances. But nonetheless, firearms can assist in the eradication of illegal incidents.
Let's talk about the amnesty period for persons to turn in illegal weapons.
At the moment, there is no amnesty period for individuals to turn in weapons. That is a matter that is normally placed in position by the House of Assembly, and that has not been indicated at this time.
Thank you very much, Police Press Liaison Officer Audley Peters, joining us this morning. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
It's good to be here, Desmond.
Dozens of parents across the country are giving the green light to have their children vaccinated in the fight against COVID-19. This comes on the heels of the FDA's approval for the vaccine to be administered to 12 to 17-year-olds and now just recently 5 to 11-year-olds. Resource Mobilization and Communications Manager of the Bahamas Red Cross, Laurie Major, says she too made the decision to have her teenage daughter vaccinated based on the information her organization provides.
Actually, while I was compiling the information for the Red Cross in reference to the information that was available to us, I made my decision based on the same information that I'm giving out to the public. Both myself and my daughter, she's a teenager, got the Pfizer vaccine, and we're very happy in doing so. So has our immediate family. There's been no serious side effects at all. In fact, I could almost say there's been no side effects. And we're very comfortable with that decision. And we feel that we're more equipped towards warding off this virus because we know it's here for a longer time now than we expected originally.
Well, officials from the Ministry of Education hoping that face-to-face learning can resume soon for thousands of students across the country. But there are many existing challenges. Minister of State for Education was part of a delegation that toured and assessed several schools on the Family Islands.
Before face-to-face learning resumes in several Family Island institutions, the Ministry of Education may have to address a myriad of physical and logistical challenges. Minister of State for Education Zane Lightbourne noting that a number of schools in the southern Bahamas are in urgent need of repairs. Add to that the ongoing COVID-19 crisis that has impacted the education of students and the current challenges with the education virtual platform.
The virtual platform was initially created for the islands that didn't have teachers, all subjects. And so to make education more equitable, we sought to use a virtual platform, or education would have sought to use a virtual platform to address the needs of students when it comes to all subject areas. And so the expansion of the system for students to completely be virtual has caused us to need reliable internet, reliable electricity, and these are things that definitely have to be addressed along with the other structural improvements that would need to be made for students to be back on campus.
The Minister of State for Education, Zane Lightbourne, and the Minister of Health and Wellness, Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, recently toured and assessed several schools in Acklands, Crooked Island, Maguana, and Anagua. The issue of school readiness also highlighted by the Minister of Education, the Honorable Glynis Hannah Martin, during her recent contribution in the House of Assembly earlier this week.
Education and health are working together to make sure that we're able to open our schools in an effective way and to let the Bahamian people know that one protocol do not fit all. Different islands have different needs, and these protocols need to be adjusted to ensure that our students are safe, our teachers are safe, and our medical team are able to function in the event that we have a medical emergency.
And while anxiety exists among many for the resumption of face-to-face learning in the public school system, Health Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, and the Minister of State for Education both await the all-clear from health experts. Member of Parliament for Michael, Basil McIntosh.
That's the whole idea, is to take notes, again, do the assessment, to take notes, and if there is anything that need improving, then we would comment and make some recommendations to that.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On November 5th, 1975, police seized a quantity of marijuana valued at about $11 million on a key off Eleuthera. Also November 5th, 2001, Hurricane Michelle struck New Providence, damaging homes, trees, and roads with 100-mile-per-hour winds.
It's that time again. At 2 a.m. Sunday, November 7th, 2021, daylight saving time ends. That means you must turn your clocks back 1 hour. This message brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
How is virtual school going in our family islands? Join Ed Table Talk Unplugged on Monday, November 15th at 8 p.m. to hear from education officials, Jerome Forbes, District Superintendent of Andros and the Berry Islands, and Lavon Nemore, Principal of Bering Point Primary School, on the state of education in Andros.
It's did my heart good to see how far virtual learning can go once we embrace it.
It takes them to encourage their students, their children, because if the children are moving forward, then the parents need to move forward with their children. So I encourage parents to learn. It might seem a challenge right now, not knowing what to do.
Join the communications section of the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training on Monday, November 15th at 8 p.m. for Ed Table Talk Unplugged, right here on this station.
Well, now to the topic of climate change. It's an issue that was recently discussed at the Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Scotland. The newly crowned Miss Bahamas Universe, Chantal O'Brien, has a keen interest in this issue and traveled to the nation's second city to gain more insight. Here's Atalia Hall with more.
Bahamas Universe, Chantal O'Brien, taking time out to visit Coral Vito, the first on-land commercial coral farm in the world to restore dying reefs. Miss Universe Bahamas says the Miss Universe organization has highlighted the importance of climate change, and visiting Coral Vito was important to her as they are supporting the country in that effort.
We've been susceptible to so many different storms that are threatening our coral reefs and just really our own Bahamian way of life. And so coming from Nassau, coming into Grand Bahama, on my first trip I thought it would be absolutely productive to be able to partner with them on this and learn more about what they're doing here and how that is going to look for us in the long term when it comes to climate change. My platform is actually Perfection is a Myth, which is more focused on youth development and especially in the areas of youth education. But I think that for our young people, they have to be educated on why we need to protect our coral reefs, why we need to look at climate change as not just being a trending topic, but as something that is going to affect their generations in the future.
Director of Restoration Operations at Coral Vita, Joe Oliver, says they are pleased that they are able to partner with Miss Universe Bahamas.
Any more attention that we can get on the focus that's needed for protecting and restoring the oceans, especially coral reefs here in the Bahamas, and anything that can help Coral Vita extend our reach and our mission is fantastic. So we're happy to be able to partner and support her in her endeavors for Miss Universe, and we're hoping that she'll be able to shed some more light on the threats facing the Bahamas due to climate change, reef decline, and dangers to fisheries.
Now, Coral Vita recently captured a top award, which was spearheaded by the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the Earthshot Prize.
It's been an amazing team effort with everybody here to get us to where we've gotten so far, and we're hoping that this will be able to catapult not only our company and our objectives, but everyone that's trying to do reef restoration and trying to help these impacted resources and really build a more sustainable future for us all.
And I know Bahamians are breathing a sigh of relief. The end of this month, we're going to end the hurricane season.
Yes,
as you can recall, in 2019, Hurricane Dorian did wounded Abaco and Grand Bahama, and they're still, trying to recover from that.
And I'm really, really impressed with our representation at this year's climate conference in Glasgow, Scotland. The Prime Minister making our case on the world stage, and I'm proud about that. A proud moment for all of us.
Did you get to actually listen to the speech?
I listened to it, very comprehensive, and he spoke about the impact of Dorian, which we're still reeling from. Tremendous storm with so much implications, right? So, yeah, pretty impressive of our
and it's pretty impressive of Miss Bahamas as well to actually take on this initiative.
Glad she's taking this. This is a very, very important issue to us, particularly. So I'm glad she's taking on this issue and using this as her platform.
All right, kudos to you, Miss Bahamas Universe. Chantel O'Brien, thank you so much. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, returned to his old stomping ground and congratulated the young men and women on leading the way at S.C. McPherson's High School. He called the school's newest prefects future leaders and encouraged them to continue on with the rich legacy.
I noticed your theme called Student Leaders, Ready to Serve. Let me just say, before I go on, you have 3 members presently serving in Parliament that went to S.C. McPherson. The other 2 members include the Member of Parliament for Pinewood, Miles Dorota, and the Member of Parliament for Marco City, Mr. Michael Pintar. We all went to this great school called S.C. McPherson. Young people aren't the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
Pastor Dion Knowles asked the new prefects if they were ready to accept the challenge of service. He said their greatness will open doors for them and encourage them to continue to move towards their life's goals.
Service, in my definition, again, which is contrary to popular belief, is the opportunity afforded to you. It's an opportunity to serve your gifting and talents to others. That's service. It's a dish that is made of uniquely you. Uniquely you. It's all of your potential that God gave you, which in actuality is trapped on the inside of you, that can only be released by you to empower others.
Well, Adon, I know you're excited, but don't pack the fireworks just yet. You can light up the sky tonight celebrating Guy Fawkes Day. A quick lesson tells us that in the early 1600s, a group of Catholic activists led by Guy Fawkes plotted to assassinate King James I and blow up the Palace of Westminster during the state opening of Parliament. Now, Fox smuggled 36 barrels into the House of Lords into a cellar. However, he was caught and sent to the Tower of London, tortured to give up the names of his co-conspirators, and then executed in January 1606 for high treason. As a result of the failed plot, King James I celebrated his survival by making the people of England have a bonfire on the night of November 5th. Here at home, the day is usually celebrated with fireworks, the burning of replica dolls of Guy Fawkes, and a light junket Russia. Interesting facts there.
Nobody wants to get HIV, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. Being diagnosed early gives you a chance of living a long and healthy life. Testing is the only way to know for sure if you have HIV, and knowing your status means that you can protect yourself and your sexual partners. Getting an HIV test is quick, easy, free, and your results are 100% confidential. Get tested and know your status.
During this pandemic, it is our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocol. Restaurants may operate utilizing curbside pickup, drive-through, takeaway, or delivery. Any establishment who allows the entry of any person not wearing a mask is liable upon a summary conviction to a fine of $500. I am Ambassador Ashanti Roko of the COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be your own.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me, from the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty, from Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
Well, it's Friday morning, boom, and that means it's time for some good old entertainment. And we have joining us live, she's no stranger to the Morning Edition, songbird Alia Coley. Alia, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Having me once again.
I know it was early getting up, but you're here.
5 o'clock in the morning. I was telling one of your staff members, I said, ungodly hour. She said, every hour is a godly hour. So that's going to change my perspective on things.
Right, that's right.
So talk us a little bit about some of the things that you've been doing that's now on the horizon for you. You can use your microphone.
Yes, I mean, what I've been working on recently in terms of my music career, I've just released a new song called Favor, and I'm so excited about it. I've been getting raving reviews, and God has just been really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
talk about the inspiration for that song.
the inspiration behind that song is, first and foremost, my mother was a prayer warrior, and her prayers has carried me, and I've seen her prayers bring the favor of God on my life. So I was pretty much inspired by her. So now my favor now passes on to my daughter and my son. But my daughter also sings as well. Mm-hmm. So she's coming into her own, and very proud of her.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Alia Coley.
You only stay in the dance with me. That's right. Celebrate God's favor in your life this morning. Woo! Come on. He's giving me life abundantly. Take all of his strife away from me. Because of his favor, I can live again, to be a blessing for another. So me I call on him. Yes, I said nobody like my king. I said nobody like my king. He's the reason I live and the reason I breathe, and ain't nobody like him. So if you're looking for favor, come to the king. That's right, I got favor on my life. They can't take it from me. On my life. Oh yes, I got favor on my life. Can't take it from me. On my life. Pray in the morning, bless him up in the morning. With all I have, I know like
am a Lana, yeah. He keep me healthy, yeah. Keep me strength too, yeah. Every day is supply. I'll keep me humble on my knees. Yes, I said it, nobody like Mikey. I said it, nobody like Mikey. He's the reason I live and the reason I breathe, and ain't nobody like him. And so you're looking for favor, come to the King. That's right, I got favor on my get it, girl? You can't take it from me. Come on, Desert, you got it. Oh yes, I got favor on my life. Can't take it from me. See, no, they can't take it from me. Ain't that right? God's favor's on you. No, they can't take it from me.